Sylvester was a flamboyant, proud, gay, beautiful, talented brother. He liked to do things on grand scales.
Nobody has a voice like him.
Through the 1970s and 80s, Sylvester was king and queen of the dance floor.
He brought the theatrical cabaret thing to the table. He merged all these genres. He blurred the lines.
People who've got perfect pitch, perfect rhythm, are fearless to put it down and dance you and spank you. It don't get no better.
When Sylvester arrived, honey, if you weren't liberated, you were liberated when Sylvester got through with you.
Sylvester was also a social pioneer. In an era when gay culture was deeply stigmatized, he refused to compromise his identity, on or off the stage.
He came out front, out loud, and in the Black community, there were a lot of people who didn't. They kept it on the low.
I don't know how he had the strength to come out as a Black gay man during those times. He would have been larger if he had, you know, kept it hidden.
In 2010, more than 2 decades after his death from AIDS, Sylvester got his close-up on UnSung. And among those watching his story that night was a Broadway actor named Anthony Wayne.
I saw UnSung, and I bought his album the next day, and I was listening to his songs over and over again. I was like, oh, wow, he really had a great range. And by this time, I had met my partner, Kendrell. I was like, you know, this guy named Sylvester, you know, listen to his voice and listen to what he's doing.
Sylvester impacted me because it made me, as African-American, it made me say, you know what, irregardless of what your sexuality is and what you believe in, you can still do what you want to do.
And so from there, you know, we've just been Sylvester fanatics since.
Anthony was making his mark in Broadway productions like Pippin and Priscilla, Queen of the Desert. Now he set his sights on a higher goal.
We as young Black men in the Broadway world, there aren't a whole lot of roles unless you're gonna be the high singing queen, you know, or the friend on the side or what have you. And so it was like, you know, I wanna create something that was fit for me.
But staging a full production in New York required serious cash.
And we went around New York City and around the world trying to get in contact with investors and people to believe in our story. A lot of people said no.
It was dark times where it was like, we felt like no one was hearing us. We didn't know where the money was gonna come from, but the one who answered was Sheryl.
I started getting hit up on social media, and here were these 2 young men saying, Miss Ralph, we have got to meet, we have got to meet. And I was like, this is social media, we do not have to meet, you know? But then a friend of mine knew them and said, no, it's real. And he gave me their numbers, we all talked. I said, guess what, I'm in Philadelphia, let's meet in Philly.
We got on the bus because we didn't have any money, and she picked us up wearing this big fur coat and red lipstick, face beat early in the morning. That's the diva Sheryl Ralph. She looked exactly the same, beautiful, and was nice. She picked us up, and we presented our story to her.
And I was just like, oh my God, how happy Sylvester would be to hear what I'm hearing right now. And that was it. There was no way I could say no.
Sheryl Lee helped fund the show through her Divas Foundation, which raises awareness for HIV and AIDS, the disease which took Sylvester's life in 1988.
I believe in the transformational power of the arts. That's why I created Divas, divinely inspired, victoriously aware.
And ever since then, it was no one on this path to our musical except Sheryl, Anthony, and I.
Mighty Real, a fabulous Sylvester musical, opened off-Broadway at the Theater of St. Clement's in September 2014, featuring 16 songs, a 5-piece band, and a pair of weather girls.
Opening night was incredible. It was a dream come true. I think I was just numb. Because we have been working for so long and talking for so long about everything.
I'm really excited for the show. Really excited. My mom and I've been waiting for it.
You are so sexy. Oh my God.
All right, the house is opening now. The show's 90 minutes long. It's no intermission. We saw the sets, the costumes, our own theater. I'll never forget that moment in my life.
Sylvester went through, you know, different ages, and we see the essence of Sylvester in Anthony.
You know, Anthony is a quiet person, but when he gets on that stage and when he plays Sylvester, it's unreal.
One of my favorite Sylvester songs is You Are My Friend.
You are my friend.
And I think that's a favorite for everybody.
I never knew what's happening, my friend.
It means a lot because I'm doing it with my partner, Kendrell. And it's, you know, to know that we've been on this journey of creating this incredible show.
You made me realize the brand new eyes. You made me realize the future is bright. You I've been around.
We flew Sylvester's family out here for opening night, which was amazing. His sister was crying, like she kept telling Anthony, you did this for me. You brought him back to life. You were Sylvester.
You are my friend.
I went to school in New York in the mid-'70s, and so I remember that era.
I have a lot of his music, and when I found out that he was coming to Broadway, you know, that's an ultimate tribute to him. It's, you know, it's cool.
People come to me after the show and they literally speak to me as if they're speaking to Sylvester. I've had people say to me, I saw you in 1984. And I think Sylvester would be very happy that we remember.
Two young men watched TV and saw an unsung story about someone they knew nothing about. And they found themselves in this man's story.
Mighty Real completed its off-Broadway run in 2014, but there are plans to bring the show on the road and keep Sylvester's legacy alive.